Protests and marches on this tax day could tie up traffic in downtown LA today. Those protests including hanging banners off the 110 freeway like this one that says "Save California, Tax the Rich." Several groups, including Occupy LA and Good Jobs LA, are expected to hold a march through downtown LA beginning at noon today. There's also a rally planned for 4:30 this afternoon in Pershing Square.
And new at 5, protesters fed up with what they call an inequitable tax code used today's filing deadline to stage a series of demonstrations in downtown LA. Eyewitness News reporter Miriam Hernandez is live in Pershing Square, where another demonstration got underway just a short time ago. Miriam.
That's right. Protesters here say that it is tax day for 99% of Americans, but not for that 1% who make the most amount of money. Now, LAPD has been here keeping a close eye on the crowd. Right now, we have about 100 people here gathered, but earlier there were closer to 1,000. If taxes take a chunk out of your wallet, janitors say consider what they pay out. Working full-time for $20,000 a year. They say they need every penny.
There's a greater disparity between working people and the rich than since before the Great Depression.
These workers clean the high-rise buildings that line the streets of LA's financial district. The federal tax rate for corporations is 35%. Yet according to the watchdog group Citizens for Tax Justice, 280 Forbes 500 companies pay half that rate, benefiting from tax shelters and loopholes. That impacts workers. Fewer federal dollars means services cut and fewer opportunities.
The higher education is getting shut down because of higher tuition costs. Social Security is what they rely on for retirement. That's under threat of being cut. And then Medicaid and Medicare also is on the cutting block, which affects entire communities.
And today we found higher income people who also want fairer and more simplified taxes.
Yeah, it's like a minefield. Unless you know what's going on, you're going to pay something, and it may not be what anybody else is paying. So I can make the same as that guy over there, but pay totally different taxes.
Meantime, one reform effort is shot down. The so-called Buffett rule proposed by Democrats aimed to impose a minimum tax rate on those making more than $1 million a year. Republicans will propose their measure on Thursday, which they say will cut taxes 20% for businesses with fewer than 500 people.
Of course, I want things changed, but in reality, is it ever going to change? I mean, you know, of course, there's always room for change, but the question is it ever going to happen? Low-income workers are caught in the crunch as they negotiate a new contract, one in which they may have to pay more for health benefits. Some of the companies who protesters say have benefited the most from the current tax code: Wells Fargo, Apple, and Microsoft. Eyewitness News contacted those companies for a response. We received no answer. Reporting live from downtown Los Angeles, Miriam Hernandez, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Miriam, thank you. And today is the deadline for filing your taxes. And coming up at